Good evening. Today I am discussing about the business and business characteristics. So, what is business? Business refers to an economic system in which goods and services are engaged or exchanged for another or money on the basis of their perceived worth. So, every business requires some form of investment and a sufficient number of customers to whom its output can be sold at a profit on a consistent basis. So, according to FC Hooper, so business means the whole of complex commerce and industry, the basic industries and the network ancillary industry, distribution, banking, insurance, transportation, and so on. Today's tough economy, companies are working harder than ever to grow their businesses and control costs to efficiency and effectively acquire, manage, and grow the customers. Some prospecting new customers to expanding existing relationships need to provide value added solutions and that help the maximum revenue and reduce cost. And coming to characteristics of business, characteristics of business or features of business. First one is entrepreneur, economic activity, exchange of goods and services, profit motive, risk uncertainty, continuity of transactions, and creation of transactions, creation of utility, organization, consumer satisfaction, and satisfying social needs. First one is entrepreneur. First one is entrepreneur. There must be a person to take initiative for the establishing of a business. So that person who recognizes and all uh, identifies the needs for a product or business, combines various factors of production and puts them into a going concern. That is called entrepreneur or entrepreneur. And next one is exchange of goods and services. Second one is exchange of goods and services. The business must be engaged with the exchange of goods and services. The business must engage in with the exchange of goods and services. The goods to be exchanged may be either be produced or procured from other sources. So the exchange of goods and services is undertaken with a profit motive. Undertaken with a profit motive. Hence, the production of purchase of goods and services for a personal consumption do not constitute business. That is called exchange of goods and services. And the third one, the economic activity. So the business activities are two types. The business activities are two types. The economic activity and non-economic activity. So you have to choose the business with the profit motive that is called economic activity. You have to do the business in the profit motive that is called economic activity. So a business consists of only economic activities. So business and identity it is only consists of an economic activities. So all those activities relating to the production and distribution of goods and services are called economic activities. So all those activities relating to the production and distribution of goods and services are called economic activities. So business is carried out with profit motive. Business is carried out with profit motive. Hence, any activity undertaken without economic consideration will not be a part of business. So any business without profit motive that is called non-economic activity. That is called non-economic activity. So, like for example, uh, the mother has preparing for the cook food for the purpose of family. That is called non-economic activity. Same that mother preparing preparation of preparing food in the cook in the food for the purpose of sale. That is called economic activity. That is the difference between economic and non-economic activity. Economic activity is purely for profit motive. Non-economic activity is not profit motive. For example, like hospitals, education institutions, etc. And coming to fourth one, profit motive. Fourth one is profit motive. Profit motive. It is an important constituent of business. So a businessman tries to earn more and more profit. Every businessman has doing the business is profit motive. Without profit, they can't do the business. So a businessman trying to earn more and more profits out of his business activities. So the motivation of earning profit allows a person to be in a business, and it is also necessary for the stability and performance of the business. So the business person main motive is doing or earning for the purpose of business is profit. The motivation of earning profits allows a person to be in a business, and it is also necessary for the sustainability or stability and permanence of the business. And fifth one is risk uncertainty. Risk uncertainty. So every business involves a large element of the risk and uncertainty. You invest the investment, you get the investment. The the return of investment is uncertainty. Okay, so every business involves a large element of risk and uncertainty. In fact, a businessman tries to anticipate the future uncertainties and plans his business activities accordingly. In fact, a businessman tries to anticipate the future uncertainties and plans his business activities accordingly. The risk element in business keeps the businessman watchful, and he tries to ward of risk by executing his policies properly. That is called risk uncertainty. And next one is continuity of transactions. Next one is continuity of transactions. In a business, only those transactions are included which have regularly and continuity. So business transactions are doing in continuation and regularly. Okay, and as isolated transactions will not be called business. Isolated transactions are called no, isolation transactions are not called business. Like if person builds house for himself but later sells it on profit, it will not be called a business. Once again, repeat example. If a person build a house for himself but later sells on profit, it will not be called business. On the other hand, the real estate builder builds apartment and sells them, this will be called business. That is the difference between profit motive and non-profit motive. Okay. And next one is creation of utility. Next one is creation of utility. The goods are provided to the consumers as per their taste and requirements. The goods are provided to the consumers as per the taste and preferences of the requirements. Hence, the business creates various types of utilities in goods so that consumers may use them. For example, time utility, usage utility, production utility, place utility. These are the examples of the creation of utilities. And the utility is derived maybe from utility, place, maybe form utility, place utility, and time utility, etc. As per the requirements of the consumer, business provides utilities. As per the requirements of the consumers, business provides utilities. And next one is organization. Next one is organization. So, enterprise requires an organization for its successful working. The enterprise requires an organization for its successful working. So various business activities are divided into departments, sections, and jobs. A proper organization is helpful in the smooth running of the business and helps in its mission and vision. So you have to clear the mission and vision of the business or industry. Okay, every organization it is helpful in the smooth running of the business and helps in the achieve of the mission and vision or objectives and fulfill achievements. So next one is financing. Next one is financing. So finance is the lifeblood of a business. Without finance, they can't do the business. So finance is the lifeblood of a business. So business enterprise cannot move forward without finance. Okay, the finance are required for providing fixed and working capital. A proper capital structure is must for the success of the business. A proper capital structure is must for the success of the business. And next one is consumer satisfaction. So the ultimate aim of business is to supply goods to the consumers as per their requirement. As per their requirement. So the goods are produced for the sake of the consumers. If the consumer is satisfied, then he will purchase the same thing repeatedly. Then he will be purchase the same thing in the repeatedly. Hence, existence and expansions of business depends on consumer satisfaction. If the consumer is satisfied, the profit also increase. The consumer is not satisfied, the business or the sale or decrease. Okay. And next one is satisfying social needs. Next one is satisfying social needs. Okay. So the business should aim at serving the society at large. The business should aim at serving the society at large. The business is a socio institution, hence it must look for the public good. The importance of corporate social responsibility is given priority by today's business. Once again, the business should aim at serving the society at a large. The business is a socio institution, hence it must look for the public good. The importance of corporate social responsibility is given priority by today's business. Thank you.